Now, I don't know why haters be telling me to mind my business when they're out here not minding theirs. Shut your mouth and enjoy the tea. We all know you're here for it, sis.
Hey ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's Ogolo, I'm Hlongwane aka Miss Via Focal, bring back for all entertainment. If it's your first time joining me, you're most definitely welcome. Please do subscribe and of course hit the bell. I absolutely love you. And please do make sure that you follow me on Instagram. It's at Owamie Hlongwane, okay? Now today's video, guys, yeah, you guys saw the title of the video. I don't know if some of you have seen or not, but basically yesterday there was a hashtag that was trending. I think it might still be trending even when I upload this video in the morning, and the hashtag is hashtag justice for Yamkela. So when I went there, you guys, there were voice notes. There were quite many. I think, if I'm not too mistaken, about 10 voice notes, which average 2 minutes something, and that basically of this lady by the name of Yamkel. Actually, she recorded her boyfriend's friend raping her. So at the beginning, you can hear this guy entering, and I could hear her asking him like, what is he doing, in here. And when he went there, you guys, like, he basically wanted to sleep with her. She said no multiple times, and she begged and begged and begged. This where some people actually saying that he threatened to kill her because she was saying no, and I honestly could not bring myself to listen to the whole thing just because it was like honestly so disturbing, you guys. So I skipped and skipped. I would just get to certain parts and skip because it really honestly is that bad. I did not want to hear her scream or anything like that. Like, that's the part where I was just so afraid to listen to that horror. But the things that I heard, you guys, like, legit, even now I'm shook. I'm really honestly just so disturbed. Like, she begged him. I did hear a part where she was telling him that, his name is Viper, by the way, the guy, and then she was actually telling him to say that, I've been raped 2 times before, please stop, you're hurting me, you're reminding me of the things. And she begged him until she had to like negotiate, because he was honestly like that aggressive. And so she had to negotiate with him, and it's just a lot of things were happening there, you guys, that I don't know. Like, honestly, I'm just like, you guys can see me, like, I'm mentally disturbed at this moment, in terms of like I'm not in the right state of mind. Why am I even doing this video? To be honest with you guys, I feel like sometimes I just feel like we're fighting a losing battle. I feel like the government does not care. Most people that are in the government or up there that hold positions in parliament are men. So they do not understand, and some of them, you guys, that are there in parliament, they're even women abusers. So some of them don't even understand the amount of fear that as South African women we have to live with every single day of our lives. When I actually think of this, you guys, I'm almost like coming to tears, and I told myself I am not going to cry today. I am not going to do that. It's honestly like just it's crazy. We live in fear in South Africa. This is a country where your chances of you getting a job and you getting raped are high in getting raped and lower in getting a job. It's like if you went out there to look for a job, you can come back without a job but having been raped. That's the country, that's the South Africa that we're living in right now. The situation has gotten so bad that men, they're walking around or running around thinking that they own our bodies. Whether this person knows you or not, they may just meet you today and they look at you and they're like, I love her, I love her body. Not even I love her, I'm lasting after her body, so I have a right, you can go and get it. And he just comes there, rapes you, and he leaves. That's it. The scars that you as a person have to live with as a woman, the fear, the psychological damage, the fact that when you even go to the police and report, they're not even going to actively look for that person. It's like, do you know the person? No, I don't know the person. Okay, you did the rape kit, okay, put it there. It's gonna go to cold case, because in my opinion our SAPS is very useless when it comes to serious things, and very useless at and very useful at useless things. We are in a country that, guys, honestly, I'm just so disturbed. If you want to listen to those voice notes, just go to Twitter, you'll definitely get them. If the hashtag has already passed, just type in hashtag justice for Yamkela and search through, you will definitely get them, where like all the audio is there. It's honestly traumatizing, and I just don't know what is it do we need to do as a country. I'm being honest with you, and this is me being serious. I don't know what it is we need to do as a country to just help us as women, because we are honestly in a very I don't even know the state that we're in, you guys. Like legit, it's honestly said, we carry a lot of hurt, we carry a lot of anger. Almost every single woman in South Africa has a rape story. It's either someone tried to rape you, or it's either you have been raped, or it's either you know a sister that has been raped, or you know a sister that was almost raped, or something. But it's very close to you. Like every single woman in South Africa, in my opinion, has a rape story. It's either a neighbor or someone, but someone is there. And the people that are doing this, you guys, they're human beings, men. That's it. Like that's the part that is honestly so sad. Whilst this hashtag was also trending, there's also another hashtag that's also trending, which obviously not necessarily trending. It was just aligned with this, because there's an audio recording also of a lady. She was basically, I think, talking to a friend, or she sent a voice note, and she was crying, saying that she and her friend actually were accompanying another friend, and when they came back, these guys basically came and they wanted money or phones. They didn't have the money, so what they did is they walked with them, and then one of the guys actually raped the two friends, you guys. So he was just going back and forth, changing, like, I don't know what to say. I feel our government is failing us horribly. I don't know who we need to cry to. The parliament is not listening to us as women. The time that Owamie was killed, there was a huge march. The president went there. It died with Owamie, just like that. Like, what are they actively doing that we can actually say this is helping protect us? I do know that there was a call for death penalty, and from what I heard is that basically the parliament is saying that everyone has a right to life. However, when you rape someone, you actually take away their life. Like it's like you kill them in a way. Others obviously are not as lucky, and from how it was, it seems as if Yamkela was actually just at least brave enough to now get to a point of, okay, let me just negotiate with this guy, and so that he won't kill me. You know what I mean? Like, go along with it, as much as she was scared, as much as she did say that she had been raped 2 times before. And another thing again that is also there that I actually also I definitely say that touched me, was that this is someone that obviously she knew. It's her friend's boyfriend, and I'm sure they've hung around together, and all that. So it's someone she knew. But if it was a complete stranger, would she have been that brave to actually get to a calm stage to say, let me negotiate with this person? Honestly, for the things that as women were being put through in this country are just so unfair. And I did see some people on Twitter, you guys, trying to bring in the whole Lady Zama's Java situation to say, oh, thank God that she recorded, people would not have believed and stuff. And I was just so disgusted that there would be people that are trying to push their own agenda at this particular moment, because we both know those are two completely different situations. And I'm not even going to get into that, but they're two completely different situations, because I know I will see some of that crap in my comment section. It's fine. Then another thing again that also came into questioning was, did her boyfriend actually know about this? What made this guy so brave? And what would make a man that actually love you leave you in a house alone with a friend who's that trusting? So some people actually thinking that maybe her boyfriend wasn't on it, maybe they made a bet, or maybe, you know, it was like, you know, he likes her. You guys know how some guys are really sick, and honestly, like, she didn't deserve to actually go through that. And the fact that she has gone through that 3 times now in her life, like, that is just crazy. I don't honestly know who is it we need to talk to. I don't know who we need to cry to. And most times, people that have their following and people that can actually be heard when it comes to situations like this are celebrities, but they don't use their platforms for things like this because they don't align with their brands and they're making money. But they forget that they're actually birthing daughters, they are birthing children. One day might have to deal with the repercussions of them choosing to shut their mouth, even when we're having serious situations as a country. Because in my opinion, I feel like if we just had like a group of 20 celebrities that are actually popular right now, that can be female and male, and actually say that, you know what, we need to talk to the parliament, we need people. Imagine if someone has got 4 million followers, 3 million followers, 2 million followers, 1 million followers, and they all actually come together to say, let's have a meeting, let's shut down the whole country, and let's make sure that, you know what, we're being heard, and we're not going to wait for, we're gonna go back to the parliament and actually come with a decision. No, we need a decision there and then. If they have to sit a meeting, they have 2 hours, we're gonna rest, and then when they come back, they need to tell us that all rapists, at least they're going to be facing these repercussions. There has to be at least an incarceration, there has to be a death penalty. Because in my opinion, like, if you are having a case like this where obviously proof is right there, the evidence is right there, I don't think there's a reason for you to say no, this person still needs to go to jail. No. When you look at Owamie's killer, this is a man that went out there and actually confessed. Like, why do you still want to keep this person in jail? And this person is now gonna be fed by Owamie's mother and father, who, if they're working, they're taxpayers that are still going to support this person. And I'm bringing her in because I felt that was such a big case, and I'm really sorry if obviously there's like one of her family members that would be watching me, because I know it would be like opening you know, closed or healing wounds. I don't think that they're closed. But honestly, I just feel like at this particular moment, all that movement that we did that time, it seems like it's for nothing if things like this are still continuing in this country. I feel like this was more of a shock because the whole thing was recorded, so you could hear this the way that she was so scared from her voice, and you could actually, it was almost as if you were listening well. And as I said, I was skipping because honestly it was just too much. Like, it was an up and down. There would be where she loses it, and then there would be where she's like, okay, let me just put myself together. There would be where she tries to sweet talk this guy. And the part that I definitely say pissed me off so much was when she told him, and she was crying, broke down, I have been raped 2 times before, you're hurting me, you're reminding me of those times. And he even had the guts to say, I'm sorry, don't I think he said, don't say that, why are you saying that, or like, I'm sorry. And then he rapes her, and our government is doing nothing about this. They are not doing anything, they are not doing enough. It's too slow, whatever it is that they may think that they want to do or anything like that. We are living in a country where, as a woman, the thing is, I feel like these men, they just do not know the feeling of not being safe no matter where you go. I can't enter my car and not immediately lock even though my car is still standing. I feel scared to even go I remember, like, I can't even just going to a shop and thinking that I will have to actually fit something. It scares me to go alone. Like, I have to be with my husband or I have to be with someone, because I'm like, at that moment in a fitting room, you don't know what exactly can happen. We're so scared all the time. We are unable to live our lives freely because of men, and because of the fact that, in my opinion, the government and the SAPS, our law system in South Africa, is enabling men to rape us. It's giving them that free right, because they know that even if they rape, they go to jail. Number one, they'll be out on bail. Number two, they're not gonna stay long in jail. And number three, they're gonna have 3 meals a day in jail. They're gonna stay comfortably. Some of them go to jail skinny, come back fat, because they're having so much nice food in there. So how are you going to tell? And another thing again that also shocks me, there are so many rapists, you guys, that go in jail, and then you hear, oh, they're out on parole right now. Have you ever asked yourself, when they're in jail, is there a psychologist that is actually talking to these people to try figure out their mindset? Because for me, if you just take someone with a behavior, close them somewhere, after a short while, you're like, well, they're fine now because they've been there